right, welcome back to Metal Up Your Podcast. This is episode 452, and we're going to be watching a little bit of Poor Swedish Me 96, which is sadly the last unearthed, unexplored DVD from the Load Deluxe Box Set. I'm excited to watch it. It's basically a prototype of Cunning Stunts. This took place in November of 96, whereas Cunning Stunts, I believe, took place in the summer of 97. So it's kind of an interesting version of that. They do the whole thing where the guy catches on fire. We're going to watch all that. I don't know what this was, what it was filmed for, but it'd be fun if you watch it with me on YouTube. It will be sort of a reaction video on YouTube. That's going to be the best way to see it, because then we can sort of watch it together, just like a little family. And I also recommend not looking up the set list so that we can sort of be surprised together, so that we can enjoy it together. Speaking of being together, I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. We're going to read a few emails. You can write in metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. I will read them on the show. I read all of them no matter what, and then there's kind of a queue backed up now, but I will read them on the show. Priority goes to patrons. Speaking of that, did get some new patrons. I want to say thank you to them. New patrons, Anonymous, Tyler, and Jeff Hutchinson. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show on Patreon. It's basically like buying me a cup of coffee or a bottle of beer. You know, every time I travel and go on tour, I meet Metal Up Your Podcast friends, and they almost always want to buy me a coffee or a beer. Well, this is a way to do that. For as little as $5 a month, you help keep the lights on at Metal Up Your Podcast Industries. And I do appreciate it. You guys friggin' rock. And there's some pretty cool stuff going on over at the Patreon. I've been a busy little bee this week, and what I've done is, many of you know that I've re-edited 72 Seasons and Saint Anger. I took the sessions, I put them in Logic, and I basically trimmed the fat. I got rid of all the redundancies. I basically cut half of Saint Anger out. But I've also done it with 72 Seasons, and I gotta say, I've been listening to 72 Seasons nonstop since I did it. And a lot of my friends, I started to share it with my friends, and a lot of them have said that's the only way they listen to 72 Seasons. So I thought something would be cool to do is I've been doing these videos over on YouTube. Hi, YouTubers. I don't know why I did that. But I've been doing these videos of basically breaking down exactly how I edited the albums. It's my whole Logic session. There's a little video of me in the corner, and then I just walk through editing 72 Seasons. All 12 songs are available for patrons, but If Darkness Had a Sun, I've made available to the public. So if you haven't yet, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that shit. But you can see me break down If Darkness Had a Sun, which is probably one of my least favorites, especially as a single that they've ever put out. But now that it's been tightened up, I took 2 minutes out of it, which is a lot. That's a lot to take out. So you can hear that. You can get all the stems. You can get everything over at Patreon. So I'm going to do this for Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, and Hardwired. So in addition to having access to all the videos, you'll also get a folder that will have WAV files and MP3s of my new edits, the artwork, the actual session files. So if you have Logic, and I think it'll even work with GarageBand, you can open my session file and see exactly where all my edits are. And even in some of the songs, I added a flanger to the breakdown in Inamorata. I did a couple of fun things with vocals. I was able to use the AI stem splitter in Logic for some of the songs where I actually split the stems. So I was able to treat some of James's vocals. I cannot wait to re-edit Saint Anger and be able to put some ketchup and mustard on those vocals, boy. So you're going to get a folder with all that stuff. It's all very cool. You know the deal with the Patreon. I actually made a little graphic here that actually shows everything that I was able to take out. So if you'll see, you won't be able to see this if you're just listening at home. But so what you see is we have my new edit time. Then we have the original time, and then you have the time difference just to make it easy to see. So 72 Seasons, I shaved off 1:46. Shadows Follow, I shaved off 2 minutes. Screaming Suicide, I was able to shave off 1:46. Sleepwalk My Life Away, I shaved off 2:04. You Must Burn, I shaved off 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Lux Eterna, that was the hardest one. It was already super short. It's already 3 minutes and 26 seconds. But I got 30 seconds off of that one. Crown of Barbed Wire, I shaved off 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Chasing Light, I shaved off 2 minutes and 15 seconds. If Darkness Had a Sun, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Too Far Gone, I shaved off 1:10. Room of Mirrors, I shaved off 1:38. And Inamorata, their longest song, I think, original 11:10. I got it down to 7:52. So I shaved off 3 minutes and 18 seconds off of that one. So all that stuff's over there. Go check it out. It's very cool. If you Go check out the YouTube. You can see it's all there. All these lovely videos waiting for you. And everyone who has hopped on YouTube and had nice things to say and done all the stuff I've asked you to do, I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love you. Let's get married. Let's get an apartment together when this whole thing blows over. What do you say? And now I want to hear from the Metal Up Your Podcast community. We're going to read a few emails, metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com, and then we will watch Poor Swedish Me. All right, our first email from Brett Mercer says, Clint, hope you're doing well. I wanted to start by saying thank you. We really appreciate all the extra content you've been putting out on YouTube and Patreon, especially the breakdown of the edited versions of 72 seasons. I know that kind of content takes a lot of time and effort, so it does not go unnoticed. I'm really looking forward to seeing your breakdowns of the edited versions of the other albums as well. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to do. I will say, though, I did crack open All Nightmare Long just for fun, and that's a long song, dude. It's like 8.5 minutes. I could not find a place to, like, everything in that song kicks so much ass. So Death Magnetic's going to be tough. I'm a big fan of Death Magnetic. Big Death Magnetic guy. Hardwired will be interesting for sure. And then we all know about Saint Anger. I've already got a version 1 edit of Saint Anger, but I have a feeling that being able to break the stems open, the next edit's going to be tighter and better. So I'm looking forward to that. Brett goes on to say, I've got a random question I've always been curious about. Metallica has such a deep catalog, so many great opener options, Hit the Lights, Creeping Death, Blackened, Whiplash, etc. But I know that in a lot of their 90s shows, they sometimes opened with cover songs like Bread Fan and So What. From an artist perspective, for a band as big as they were and still are, why open with a cover song instead of placing it somewhere else on the set list? I'm not saying I didn't like it. In fact, I always thought it was a bold and powerful move to open that way. I just can't think of many other bands that opened with a song that wasn't theirs. And I've always wondered what the thinking was behind the decision. Thanks again for everything you do. It's a lot of fun for us knuckleheads. Peace and love, Brett Mercer. Great question, dude. I mean, I think they just did it in the 90s, especially because I think it was kind of like punk rock to them. No one else really did it, and they were really getting off on that. I think especially as they became more mainstream in the 90s, they were looking for other ways to sort of have the punk rock thing, to sort of still be the outsider. I think they were maybe even subconsciously wrestling with that dichotomy. You know, when they were going to do King Nothing for the British MTV or whatever the awards were, and they ended up doing So What. I think they were just doing this interesting thing where they were sort of being counterintuitive. They were starting those arena shows with all the lights on, which I will say, I did see Pearl Jam do that in 98. And they did it in the middle of the set. They didn't open with it. But I did go looking at what they've opened with to try to like make sense of this, because it seemed like to be like a 90s thing, right? And they would sort of open with the Bad Seed Jam. But yeah, they would open with So What or Bread Fan. So I looked this up. Metallica opened with covers. Let's see. So the most common cover opener is So What, the Anti-Nowhere League cover, 92 times. It was the main opener during the mid-90s Load era tours. Then coming in at number 2, Bread Fan, the Budgie cover, 85 times, which was pretty common on the 94 Shit It's the Sheds tour. And then Last Caress, 25 times, the Misfits cover. So it was an alternate for the mid-90s tour, opener for the second nights. So sometimes they would do it right because they were doing 2 nights in a lot of these markets, and they were like, how do we make the second night a little more interesting? So they would probably have these alternates. Other covers at that time, Die My Darling, Die My Darling, sorry. I hate saying the 2 dies in that. I remember the Garage Remains the Same show. I was so excited to watch that, and I didn't really understand that they were going to be doing covers. And they started that show by playing the Die section of Creeping Death, and then they went into Die My Darling, and then they went on to play that whole album, which I didn't know any of those songs. They've also opened with Helpless and a couple of times Am I Evil, which Am I Evil is their most covered song. 780 times they've played that song. And then you also contrast that. So it just seems like they were opening a lot with covers in the 90s. But if you look at how many times they open with, like, their most common opener is Blackened, 500 times. Number 2, Creeping Death, 460 times. Number 3, Battery, 350 times. So if you compare that with, you know, the 92 times that they've opened with So What, it's a 1/5 of, you know, what they've opened with compared to their originals. But I think they were just in that point in the 90s where they were trying to figure out how to maintain that edge for themselves. And it was something kind of interesting. And I really love Cunning Stunts. I'd be interested to see if they do that on the Poor Swedish Me. We're going to find out here in a few minutes. But it's so cool to play a cover song at the top of the show with all the lights on, because it almost like you have all this build up to that moment, you know, when the boys come out and there's all this fanfare and the intro track and the lights go down. It's a really exciting time of a show. But there's something cool about coming out there, just sort of popping that bubble, just saying hi, introducing yourselves. Me and Johnny sort of used to call it when you first come out of the, you know, from the backstage and you come on stage, you have a handshake deal with the audience where you're basically like, this is what we're going to do. It will be a guided tour. We're going to entertain you. We're going to kick ass for you. Thank you for our show of appreciation for you coming and giving us this wonderful life is we're going to entertain the shit out of you. So I thought it was a cool idea, something different. I'm for it. I back it. Thank you for the email, my homie. Next up, email number 2 from Josh Tuttle, Franklin, Kentucky, New Jersey. There it is. Josh says, I'm lucky enough to be a legacy member. I was able to easily get tickets at what I thought was a great price. We're talking about the Sphere, of course. I was scared to check out because the price was so low. I thought I had screwed something up. The 400 level near center both nights for $270. That's kind of where we are too. We got somewhere in the 400s. I don't even think it's center. I haven't even looked, dudes. I haven't even fucking looked. But yeah, my tickets were around that too, $280. Speaking of venues, have you heard of The Truth in Nashville? New place opening this fall. Got curious about it, so I Googled it. Built, owned, and operated by Live Nation. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really know this, but Live Nation is basically buying up and opening up a bunch of mid-level and small venues. It's not just the Jiffy Lube Amphitheater and the Bridgestone Arena and the KFC Yum Center. No, it's not enough that they have all the places where the biggest acts in the world play. They've also started to gobble up, you know, clubs and big clubs, theaters. So, yeah, I see a lot about this Truth place. You know, I see a lot of advertisements for the shows coming. I think Limp Bizkit's coming. Pussifer's coming. Pussifer, I don't know how to say it. But, yeah, I do know about it, and what can you do? I mean, what can you fucking do? You know, it's a real David and Goliath situation. And it's not lost on me that the venue opened by Live Nation is called The Truth. Anyway, whatever. Thanks for the email, Josh. Congrats on getting your Sphere tickets, baby. I hope to see you there. Next email is from Brian. Hey, Clint, just finished the Bleeding Me breakdown. So good. Cue Firecracker. Your wish is my command, Brian. Definitely a great homage to one of the true gems of the Loads era. You were mentioning gambling and the lengths some people will go to when in casinos, like wearing diapers to not abandon their machines, among others. I thought it timely given that March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. I've been in recovery from gambling for just under 9 years. Not that I expected you to remember that. I don't know if I did know that. I was thrilled to seize this opportunity to offer a couple little tidbits. So here we go. Here's some interesting info for those of you who may not know that there is a thing called Problem Gambling Awareness Month. And obviously, many people are addicted to gambling. And especially now, it's just being pushed on everybody all the time. And it's legal in sports now. Hooray. Let's just make the world even shittier than it is. Let's just start giving all the kids drugs. We already give them the internet. Why not just black tar heroin? So here are a few tidbits from old Brad Guy. He says, number 1, gambling is a dopamine-driven addiction. People often say that it's different, it's not a chemical, but the chemical we get addicted to is internal. Gambling has the highest suicide attempt and completion rate of any other known addictions. Rarely is the problematic behavior about money exclusively. It can often be used as an escape from emotional dysregulation. Brian says, I now work in the field as an international gambling recovery specialist and certified gambling addiction counselor. In closing, we are out there, we do recover, and I'm so happy to be pursuing a life that I don't want to escape from. Happy Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Sorry, he put the abbrev on it, and I had to quickly remember what it was. Brian from Portland, Oregon, New Jersey. Well, Brian, thanks, man. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm sure that this episode will touch the ears of someone who's probably struggling with that. I have a few friends that I'm very close with who are sober from gambling currently as well. And I'm lucky, dude, because I tend to get obsessive about stuff, but I am lucky that that never happened to me. I've played when I was playing with Rodney Atkins, who's a Nashville country guy. We played a lot of casinos. We were around them a lot. And there were a couple people around in my band, and some people on our crew and team who were real into it. And I would go to the tables with them and just drink. And, I would occasionally play a blackjack hand, or I'd give my per diem to whoever the degenerate gambler in our camp was and say, if you whatever you win, I'll split it with you or whatever. Very rarely won anything. I mean, I think that's the thing for me is, and I'm not saying I'm smart or virtuous, it's just, it's always been clear to me that you can't win at it. So, but I mean, I've got friends that have lost everything from it. I've really been able to see firsthand how it can disrupt and destroy life. So very cool that that's going on. If any of you out there are struggling with it and you want to get a hold of my homeboy, Brian, you can reach out, metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com, and I'll get you guys in touch. Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate that, man. Our next email from Isabel. She says, "Hi, Clint. I just wanted to say how much it sucks to hear about your ticket problems in the latest episode talking about the Sphere. I don't go to live shows myself since I really don't enjoy crowds, but I feel terrible for all my fellow musician fans who have to suffer Ticketmaster BS. It was stressing me out just hearing about how you and others were fighting to get your tickets to be able to see the band. It's so effed up that Ticketmaster stinks this bad. Oasis fans have had to deal with this very similar stuff, and in my humble opinion, I really wish something would be done." Isabel. I know, dude. I mean, I know. I got hundreds and hundreds, like over 900, over 1,000 comments from people who had a bad experience with all that. And, I asked everyone, like, what do we need to do? I mean, what can be done? And it's like, well, you have to just quit buying tickets. And I don't know if people are going to do it. Are people going to quit buying tickets? I don't know a way around it. They're not going to suddenly wake up and be like, this is unconscionable. What are we doing? I think that there might be some repercussions now that those guys' text messages leaked where they're like, haha, these poor idiots. They might reverse course a little bit just to save face because it's such a bad look for them. But in terms of them or any corporation, it's like really they're just doing what corporations should do, which is maximizing their profit and treating people as cattle and refusing to treat people as human beings. If you don't consider anyone a human being, just let the capitalist system do its thing. So we would have to just decide as consumers to not put up with it. We're like, we will not let you treat us like this. So I don't know. I'm people smarter than me hopefully are on the case, and let me know where to donate. Let me know where to send the Venmo to support the cause. Thank you for the email, Isabel. Last email. This is from Phil Earls. "Hey, Clint, what's up? I'm loving the deep dive into the Load stuff. I listened to the latest episode on the Load videos and heard you mention that you didn't recall ever seeing the video for Mama Said when it came out. If I remember correctly, I believe it was only released as a video single in Europe. I think the first time I saw it, it might have been on an import single CD-ROM. Anyway, keep up the amazing work on the podcast. It's much appreciated." Phil Earls from Lewiston, Maine. Thank you, Phil. Thanks for the info. Yeah, a couple of people let me know that I guess it was a Europe-only thing, which, I mean, first of all, to write and record that song as Metallica, amazing. To decide that song should be a single, amazing, incredible. Why? And I'm a big fan of the song. Covered it for Cover Our World Black, and I'll probably do one of the next few episodes on Mama Said, so I'll break all that down. I mean, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it in the catalog. And then why only release it in Europe, a place that's, until pretty recently, not super hospitable to country and Western music. But very interesting nonetheless. And, I'm kind of glad we live in this version of reality where they released Mama Said as a single. Imagine if they had released Wasting My Hate or Ain't My Bitch, something that makes a little more sense. And then we were going, wow, what if they had tried to release that as a single in Europe? I don't know, but I do find that very interesting. All right, that's going to do it for the emails. Once again, you can write in. It's right there on the screen, metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com, and I will talk about whatever your little precious Metallica thoughts are right here on the podcast. And then who knows? Maybe someone will hear it. Maybe your soulmate will hear you talk about the merits of bleeding me and will contact you through you know what? In fact, I have been called the Cupid of Metallica podcasting because there are several people that have come into each other's lives because they met through being fans of the podcast, and now they're best friends, or they're moving in together, they're in love. I'm like a cherubic. I'm definitely round like a cherub. But I'm like a cherubic, little plump little love angel shooting the arrows of connection into the robust heinies of all the listeners. That's what I'm here to do. That's what God had me come here to do. And I'm going to keep doing it. So right into the podcast so that you can also join the club of the people who have met their spouses and best friends through the show. I do appreciate everyone who writes in. It's a special connection that we have together with our love for this band. And I'm excited to watch poor Swedish Me with you guys. Let's take a break and hear from our sponsors. As usual, I want to say thank you to Nuprin, who've sponsored the podcast since day one. And God damn it, if I don't just love those products. So here's Nuprin, and then we're going to check out poor Swedish Me.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
Ah, Nuprin. Little. Yellow. Different.
All right. So this is disc 3 from the Load Deluxe Box Set. You can see here we've got to play all the songs on the credits. And this is Globen, Stockholm, Sweden, November 16th, 1996. I am just going to hit play all. We're going to do about half of it today. And then we'll come back and do the rest next week. But let's get on the ride. Everyone buckle up. And the exits are here, and here. And let's check this out together. If you're just listening at home, I believe the audio should be nice and crisp and clear. And let's get on this ride together, baby. Let's keep basking in the sweet, sweet glory of the Load sauce. I can't get enough of it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh, doing a Memory Remains jam. Dude, everyone looks so stoked to be there. Very Sabbathy, very beautiful. Memory Remains. Little reload. All the lights are on. Playing the chorus now. We're from Sweden! James looking real cool.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, the old oh yeah riff. All right, here's one of those openers with a cover. This is the number 3 on the list, right? This is one of my favorite looks of James. Actually, all the guys. I'm a big fan of the aesthetic of this era in general. And, you know, Kirk had a lot of confidence in this era as well that I really dig. Love it. Jason New Kid. No. And now the real show begins. Oh, it's like an abbreviated intro to Creeping Death as well. Look how crazy this crowd's going, man. And also no Ecstasy of Gold at this time, too. Can you imagine if they never did that again? I wonder how tall James Hetfield is. How tall is he? Dear Diary. He's 6'1". Playing the black ESP Explorer. Kirk with the old Spider Les Paul. These dudes were on fucking fire, man. Ain't nothing cooler in the mid-90s than tucking that shirt in, boy. They're professionals. Jason's got on shorts with white socks. James has his shirt tucked in. Kurt's rocking the leather with the little apple bottom. Meaning Kurt's bottom is nice and tight like a little apple. I've said that for years. I don't care who knows it. What, I'm supposed to not notice his little apple hiney? Damn, Kirk knocking it out of the park, dude, while running around. Oh, heard a little clam there, though. I just think Kirk was having more fun in this time. All right, Jason, you're up. Earmuffs. I shall pass. Hell yeah, Jason. On the Shinedown tour that we did this summer, the stage was really similar to this. It was all like graded. It's pretty stressful. That's pretty hard to see some of that. We have to have really strategic Little guide lights and set lights. Dude, they already look sweaty and gassed, and it's only been 1.5 songs. Awesome, dude. I saw Jim Brewer had a video that was like, if you're a real Metallica fan, the video you show them is 89, because that was when they were at their peak. It's like, I don't know, man. Seattle 89 is one of the peaks for sure. But I think this mid-90s, when they play the old stuff in the mid-90s, especially vocally, it's real good. A long ending. The crowd's just full of young people. Those are the days. Sweden! That dude looks very Swedish. Lars is just exhausted. He's sitting down like he can't believe it. Got some guitar changes.
Hey,
It's like Kirk's got a cocktail.
did you miss Metallica here? We kind of missed you guys too, man. Good to see you. So it's Saturday night and everyone's fucking ready to fight. So another stupid question. Do you want heavy?
Oh, okay.
I
Saboteur.
said, do you want heavy?
Yeah, he was playing that graded
Metallica gives you heavy.
DSP Explorer. They're all tuned down. I'm guessing Kirk's got a Jackson. Let's see. Yep, Kirk with a Jackson V. How about Creeping Death into Sabbath? True, dudes. Holy shit. Hi. Hi. Jason with these bright white socks, dude. It's wild. That's slowing it down even more, dude. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what this footage is. Is this the footage they were showing on the screens? I mean, were there screens at these gigs? Oh, I love a good stage spit. You're not spitting on stage and you're in Metallica? What are you doing? James got a nice little tush too. If you don't mind me saying. Old Big Mick catching those vocal delays. Slowing it down on this turnaround. Hell yeah. Let him know, Jason. I'm hiding my head. Here's another hot take for you all out there. I think Lars Ulrich's a good drummer. No caveats. I just think he's a good drummer. That was nice from Kurt. Just a lot of confidence, man. You could take the confidence they had in this era, the power of a small village. Maybe even a small to medium-sized village. That kind of sounded like the Alice in Chains song, Sick Man. I'm you, dude. Mic drop revelation. You're me? So even knowing Big Mick was cranking the reverb for that long note, and then as soon as he ended it, he turned that reverb off for him to say thank you. Those are crucial little details in sound production. And then they're all disappeared down into their little guitar tech areas. So another thing I loved about the 90s too is they'd play a song and be like, all right, we're going to take about a 90-second breather here. I remember you'd see those, the Guns N' Roses, whatever that live from whatever the fuck, the Use Your Illusions DVDs. Axl would like smoke a whole cigarette in between songs. So gassed.
So you're loud? Are you obnoxious?
No.
Responsive, yes. I'm gonna say something and you're gonna repeat it really fucking loud, because
I like it when James is being a little impishly and devilishly playful.
We don't give a shit!
I'm not sure this stuff aged super great.
I said, we don't give a shit!
A little edgelord type stuff.
It's great, because we don't either, man.
All right, a little Ain't My Bitch. Always love this song. Crowd is way into it too, dudes. I think this could have been a single. always love that, dude. You've arrived, and now it's time to kiss your ass goodbye. It's hard for me to understand why people didn't like this when it came out. All right, Jason going on taking the bass for a little walk over there. Awesome. Kirk with the Ouija. Let's do a few guitar updates here. James back on the black ESP. Jason's still playing the same. This is those Olympics, maybe? Or ESP basses. Oh, a little clam chowder right there. I like this. Kirk throws his slide into the where his tech is. Check this out. It threw it right to his tech. That's fun. Kirk singing the lyrics. There's a slide again. Now doing the harmony. It's cool. Bitch! I want a cookie. All right, boys. This is a good show. All right, what's coming up next? Someone handed Kirk a cocktail. The old Long Island iced tea. I mean, they're definitely drinking cocktails on stage. That's interesting to see.
I know we got some crazy motherfuckers here.
Oh, a little funk jam. A little funk jam never hurt anybody.
Disco dancing here tonight.
Oh, disco dancing.
That's the real reason we're here. We're now a techno band, by the way.
Techno. think anyone uses that word anymore. All right, Jason.
You guys are great dancers, man.
That's my favorite techno
I'm gonna
song.
start something just a slight bit heavier.
A little Whiplash. God damn, this song rips. They keep doing this close-up of this one tom that's rattling on the rack. James getting excited, these little blues licks. Oh, doing a little galloping. It's just a cacophony of sound. You know? All right, Jason singing the first verse. James out with jamming with the kids on the rail. Giving them all a high five. That's so fun, dude. Kirk with the old Caution hot guitar. I love that guitar. I guess Jason's gonna sing this whole thing. Hang on. James just walking the whole perimeter, man. I'm never washing this hand again, Mom. There was Hetfield singing. Apple butt. Hey. Hi. Apple. Butt. Very cool. Got a drum tech coming up to fix something for Lars. Okay, little meditative flangey bass moment. Okay, then he descends into the little pit guy. Oh! Love it. Just did a big ol' episode on this song. It's Kirk doing those really cool swells. So they got the lighters out, bro. Such a 90s thing. I never really understood why Kirk wouldn't put just a little bit more reverb on these kinds of tones. Wow, so with Last Caress, Creeping Death, Sad But True, Ain't My Bitch, Whiplash, Bleeding Me. Man, those techs got to be sweating making those changes, dude. There's no room for error. See Kirk just looking straight into the crowd's eyes fearlessly. See, when you don't have the delay or reverb, they just plinkety plink, you know? Listen to this. Lars singing along, super cool. Yeah, Lars crushing it. Oh, I was hoping they'd show how he got into the slide, but they didn't. And now they've slowed the song way down. It's fascinating. Maybe he's a little pitchy on this slide, but it doesn't bug me for some reason. Also on the recording, that part's very clean. They got him kind of wide open overdrive on this one. I feel like Kurt's a little squirrely in general on this one. Let's see. Got the bridge. Yay! Bridge riff's heavy as hell, man. James clearly into it. It's cool lights for that part. See, James is like jabbing in his arm, insinuating heroin use. All right, let's see this solo old Kirky poop. Sounds awesome. Playing an Ernie Ball wah pedal, which is interesting. Love this part. Dual guitars, kind of like at the top of Seek and Destroy. That guitar sounds so good, dude. Interesting. Kirk's doing like a hybrid part where he's playing the main riff, but then with those little textural parts. Awesome. Beautiful vocals. Man, what an awesome performance. Highlight of the DVD for me. The DVD? Oh shit, another Load banger, King Nothing. And now we're starting to see some of the production. These trusses are going up. So what do we got? We've already gotten Ain't My Bitch, The Memory Remains kind of jam, Bleeding Me, King Nothing. 4. Kirk looks so cool, man. I like the band Metallica. Caution hot guitar. What's James rocking on this one? He was playing that Ken Lawrence. Still playing the Ken Lawrence. All right, we got some people in the front row singing the words of King Nothing. I love to see it. Look how badass James looks. Big ol' flanger on old Kirk. Yeah, you can hear the crowd singing that. The power of MTV. The power of the hit music video. This is such a great song. think there might be a flanger on both Kurt's and James's guitars in these choruses. I like this lick. All right, Jason's out in the crowd now. Just tossing about 100 beads of sweat straight into the faces of Metallica fans with every shake of the noggin. Lars has gone shirtless. Uh-oh. Oh, glorious 90s. So sweet 90s. Not a fucking phone in sight. I love the attitude he sings this bridge with. It's like he's in character. That's how he ended Bleeding Me, man. Often, never, never lane.
Thank you very much.
All right, doing a little Elvis. Okay, we got an early to mid set 1 intro. Oh, this will fit in perfectly here. Got some pyro going on in the arena. Almost put me a brief on that, called it the arena. But I didn't. Awesome. I mean, this would have felt scary to me. Smoke and bombs. Hope no one there had epilepsy. I mean, was this filmed to be an official release or something? It's very well shot. Strobe lights, multiple cameras. And then they played Mama Said. What a song. James looking contemplative. Man, he looks like sad or something. Whoa. So sad right now. All right, Kirk, let's land this plane, baby. That tone is not happening for me, man. Kirk down rocking with the crowd, fans. Ooh, good lighting on Lars. It's interesting. He looks all sad, too. We got a couple of sad boys up here on the deck. James still on that Ken Lawrence. Emo boys. We're emo. I like the old Sticks and Me. No background singing from old New Kid on this one. Don't know why. This is a great solo. It's an underrated solo in the catalog. I would say Kirk is having kind of like a B+/A- show. All right, let's crank it up. Before they were really milking that. Strobes look good. Creepy, scary. Before the landmine explosion, I could have hit that myself. Left me with life in hell. Jason, change those socks, dude. Come on, man. You're Metallica. Put some fucking pants on, bro. Lars is back to a tank top. He got a little cold. He got off on that, that's for sure. I feel like Kirk's like half a bar off on the solo. You guys feel that way? That was weird. It's such a trip watching these close-ups of all these kids on the rail. I wonder what they're all up to now. Probably still there rocking. I give that like a 7 out of 10. I don't know. We got a little sloppy Joe there at the endsies. Probably because Jason's wearing shorts. Come on, man. I mean, it is kind of cool how much he does not care that he is wearing shorts. And maybe that's the point. James has got the tuned down guitar again. What's up with that?
How many of you were here last night?
Okay, so this is a night 2, which might explain the last Caress opener.
That's fucking weird. We're gonna play something a little different for you. Something kind of scary.
Oh, I wonder if
Don't be
this
too
is.
afraid.
I wonder if
This
this
is
is
a
Devil's
so fucking very new song.
Devil's Dance. That's why they're playing the tuned down guitars. What a treat! What a treat for this little Load kid right here. Even though I know it was on Reload, I mean Load era. Ooh, a little variation on the riff there. I need to crank James's guitar up a pinch. This song is awesome. It is scary. He was right. Okay, those are wrong notes. What the fuck is going on there? Oh my god. What the fuck was that, Kurt? Wow. That's what And they've never heard this song because Reload's not out yet. Great hook. I'm missing those down-down-downs. Lars singing along. I love when Lars sings along. Lars is a fan. Let's dance with Satan. devilish little impish dances. Is Devil's Dance on Cunning Stunts? I don't know if I can remember. I know Fuel is. I know Ain't My Bitch is. Till It Sleeps, King Nothing, all those usual suspects, but I don't know about Devil's Dance. Kirk looks a little grumpier at this point in the show than when he started. Might be all that clam chowder. It's definitely an edit right there. Okay. What are we doing? What happened? What a fun show. I'm having a fun time. Shooting off rockets. Oh boy. So he made a loop, and he's jamming to his loop. Interesting. He's doing this kind of... rockabilly blues pattern. And then the loop's off. Oh, hell yeah. This is one of Jason's coolest contributions to the band. All right. Kirk with the Black Les Paul Custom. They're sitting back to back like they're in the trenches of a war. Like Bubba and Forrest Gump. The lighters are out, baby. This is the prototypical doodle. Little Baroque, classical feeling. Oh, Sanitarium. I never knew Kirk did the intro to Sanitarium. His clean tone sounds quite a bit better with this Les Paul. Well, maybe they're not really playing Santa. I was fooled. I was hoodwinked. This is part of the doodle. Those Sanitarium melodic solos, too, are also some of the best in the catalog. Okay. Are they fooling me again? What's happening here? All right, there's James. So they're playing it. Okay, we got a Nothing Else Matters coming at us. I don't know how many times I need to hear this song again live in my life. But that doesn't mean it's not a real good song, a real nice tune. James is bestooled.
So close.
He had to gather the inner strength to start the song. It is hot as hell in my studio. Let's get some air on in here, man. How many stools do you need to destroy on these tours? That was a good yeah. What the hell was Kirk doing over there, man? One, two, three, one. All right, Jason with that high harm. Oh, James threw that pick. He barely got to that. Their clean tones sound good together. What the hell was that? Hey, hey, hey. All right, the youth are singing along. They seem to know the words. There it goes. Spice stool. Wow. That's probably the most different I've ever heard James play the solo. Ooh, right into Until It Sleeps. All right.
Where do I take this pain of mine? I run, but it stays right by my side.
Man, the Jason's harmonies are rocking now. Also, is this my favorite Metallica song? This might be my favorite Metallica song. Everyone's singing the words in the crowd.
Like the curse, it's like the string. You feel it once, now it stays. Now it stays.
Oh yeah, crowd's loving this one, dude. They're rocking. I love that little part Kirk's playing. Do, 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 do.
Tell me why you chose me. Don't want your grip, don't want your greed. I don't want it.
They're playing it fast, but it sounds good. Man, he's singing it like he's possessed, dude. The looks on his face, the conviction. I love this solo too. Jam. Oh, Lars saying something to Kirky Poo. Interesting. Jason just pedaling the A, not changing the chord. That was interesting. All right. This is the point that we're going to call it an evening, my friends. That was fun, though. Looking forward to seeing what happens Next week, finishing Poor Swedish Me. So far, so good. I love the era. I love how brazen they were. They're playing all the new material. They're not apologizing for it. You know, when they play the new stuff now, James tends to give these speeches that kind of set the crowd up. Oh, we got a new album. Have you heard the new album? You like, you know, and all that. Whereas back then they were just like, we're just going to do whatever we want. We're going to play the new stuff. We're going to open with all the lights on with the cover song. We're even going to play, let's think, they're on the Load tour. They got a whole album of stuff to play. And they're like, let's play one of the songs that's going to be on Reload. Let's just play a song they have no way of knowing whatsoever. And we're not even going to, I mean, I know he sort of set that one up. We're going to play a brand new one. It's kind of scary. It's about dancing with Satan and all of this. But then they just played it, you know? I mean, I'm telling you, peak confidence. Very cool. Kirk sounds like he was having a rough show. That might even be why it's been relegated to, you know, the bonus material of a deluxe box set. Obviously a ton of production. I mean, it's a multi-camera shoot. It's mixed and edited, and there's a lot of post-production, but maybe they just decided that some of the squirrely things were a little too squirrely for mass consumption. But I'm glad we have it. I'm glad they didn't fix it up and touch it up. I don't mind hearing the mistakes, and especially as we increasingly move into a world where everything's going to be AI generated, it's just you look for the things now that sort of prove that these were made by human beings and they're flawed, and I don't know. I like it. It's a bygone. It'll be a bygone thing. By gosh, by golly. Thank you for checking out the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and all that shit. If you're listening from home and you've been on the ride for a while, just know that I appreciate you too. Write in metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. Go check out that Patreon. Be a part of what's cool about keeping the lights on at Metal Up Your Podcast Industries. There's now over, I think, 20 exclusive videos over there. So for you to check out. I'm only going to keep adding them. And I appreciate you guys. I hope you are well out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Peace.